Welcome to Florida Men on Florida Man with Cruel Intentions, Ryan Felipe, Wayne, Josh, and Cameron. The podcast where Floridians discuss the legends, lore, and crazy stories that always seem to take place in Florida. Episode 118.
118.
We just
Cameron,
got
that's
back.
some good. Oh, sorry, Cameron. That's some good jerky.
Cameron made
I'm still swallowing it.
some of his jerky.
Yep.
Right.
He's famous for it. We used to own the domain Cameron's
do.
Jerky. We still own that?
Still do.
Yeah,
Is it
of course.
Cam's
They're
jerky?
doing really well. Thanks for asking.
Now, whenever you ask Cameron what he
Cameron's
enjoys
jerky.
doing in his free time,
Mhm.
he loves taking meat,
Right.
putting it in a dehydrator with special seasoning.
Right.
This is perfectly good meat.
It's perfectly good meat.
You shrink it down to 10% its size.
Exactly.
I want to air a grievance though. Josh and I have both said how much we enjoy his jerky.
So much.
We love Cameron's meat.
Right.
And this guy makes a batch, doesn't tell us that he's made it
Until
about 2 minutes before we go live.
Yeah.
I shared it with you though. I mean,
Barely.
I could have just kept it.
As expected though.
Yeah.
Right.
Like we're your biggest fans.
I mean,
Us
do
two
you,
and your
do you
wife.
expect me to open the door with meat in my hand?
Yes, 100%.
Ideally. Yeah. I
As
thought
is
that's why
custom.
we record here.
It is known.
This episode is brought to you by CameronsJerky.com. If you want some, get some.
That's the worst slogan. That's the worst slogan.
Hold on. If you want some.
If you want
get
some of Cameron's
I
meat,
can see it on a shirt.
get some.
That'd be a
like
great shirt.
I
If you
like
want some, get some.
It's already a shirt.
It's motivational. You think so?
I Google it. I guarantee you it's a shirt.
I'm not Googling it.
If you want some, get some. That's a t-shirt.
It also goes for headlines. If you want some, come get
You going to
some.
give us some?
I'll
Oh,
give
you
it to
can't add to it now.
Why not? Okay.
Come get some.
If you want. Now he's like proper.
Now it's like a fight.
If you want some, come and get some.
Okay, headlines.
Headline.
Headlines.
All right. We have a Florida man who
Okay.
was laying on a couch.
Okay.
Laying on a couch watching TV,
Lazy.
and
Love
somebody calls the cops on him.
Oh, okay. He was
right.
doing it maliciously, I assume.
No, he was chilling. He was sitting on the couch,
Taunting the police.
relaxing,
Playing Smash.
watching TV. All is well.
Bridgerton? Was it Bridgerton? Because
It might have been
Such a
Bridgerton.
great show.
Yeah.
I love that show.
But the problem was he had just broken into that house, burglarized it,
Okay.
put the bag of goodies that he stole next to the door, plopped down, watched some TV.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the homeowners come home
Ooh,
and
bad
they walk
timing.
into a scene of this random burglar.
Well, does he call the cops on him? Because it's like, I'm trying to burgle this. Can
Right.
I have a
you
minute?
can't just rush in while
Thank
I'm
you.
relaxing after burglary.
How confident do you have to be in your thievery
Oh,
to
super.
stop midway and lay down on the couch?
Yeah.
Or confident or out of shape. Maybe he's tired.
I don't know.
Nice.
Honestly,
Burgling takes a lot.
I saw the
does,
mugshot and he looks like he's in pretty good shape.
He's fit?
he?
From the neck up.
Right.
I
I love a good neck
usually
up
tells
fit.
you all you need to know.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can judge a neck for sure.
What do you think of this?
Oh, that's a strong neck.
Hey, man.
You could burglarize a house for sure. So, anyways, yeah, they call the cops on him. That would be like the surprise of a lifetime.
Yeah,
Just
for sure.
walking into your own home and seeing some guy laying there. Your stuff is like in a pile next to the door.
Neatly piled.
He just piled it up, had a bag. He did escape out of the house, but police were able to find him pretty quick. And he was charged with burglary, petty theft, and criminal mischief.
I like that one.
Hold on, though. Is it theft if he didn't take anything?
No, he did.
No, he still took
He
it
Oh,
back.
so he got away.
He did
Oh,
grab his
gotcha.
bag and get out of the house.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I don't
I'm
know.
not against it.
I'm not pro burglaring.
Right. Are you pro somebody breaking into your house to watch TV?
I don't want it to happen to me.
Yeah.
I should clarify that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, just think how cozy that setup has to be, where he's like, I know I'm committing a misdemeanor or a
Right.
felony. I don't
Right.
know what it
Right.
is.
right.
But this is really cozy.
In a way, it's a compliment to the homeowners.
It really is.
Who
Well, you can't
selfishly
get
just called the
behind on
cops.
certain shows, right?
That's true.
You know, I mean, if
see
it
what
was
you're
a
saying.
soap, like
Yep,
those are
I see
out
what you're
every
saying.
day. You can't get behind on those because then you'll never catch up.
You think you wanted to watch Bachelor live and not like the next day?
Yeah,
Because
you
that's
don't-
what I
You don't
find.
want it to be spoiled.
A man with priorities. is
Yeah,
what you're
I've been
saying.
tempted. I'm like, what app is it on? Should I do? Is it worth $6.99?
It is.
Oh yeah,
No.
definitely.
It is.
All right, our next story, we have a Florida woman
Okay.
who was decided to go into Jacksonville Bank. She was talking about getting a loan or opening an account.
Nice.
There was an argument with the bank teller. Okay. And this lady kind of flipped out, decided that instead of opening an account, she was going to tell the whole bank that she was going to kill everyone.
Okay.
And announce that she was robbing the place.
You can't do that.
Right. That's a no-no.
Hold on.
That's a no-no.
In any establishment.
It's frowned
but
upon.
It's definitely frowned upon in banks especially.
I missed something because I don't hear the illegal or frowned upon part.
I'm going to kill everyone I'm robbing.
I'm robbing. That's my name.
yeah.
Robbing Johansson.
Right.
I'm going to kill everybody.
Well, that's a
So, anyways, she told the
Technicality.
bank teller that she was robbing the place.
Yeah.
And then she proceeded to drive out of the bank in her motorized wheelchair.
oh.
There it is.
There we go. Okay.
So what you're saying is she got away.
She,
Wow.
she didn't get super far.
No, because that thing, it's only going 8.
They don't
10
go
miles
very
an hour.
quick.
No, but here's the thing, dude. Okay. What's she charged with? Because she didn't technically rob the place or kill anybody.
She did rob the place. They gave her money.
Oh, they gave her money?
She
Well, yeah.
She robbed the place. She said, "I'm going to kill everyone. I'm robbing the place." She told the bank teller to give her money. The bank teller gave her some money.
I missed that.
She drove out of the bank with some cash. It doesn't say how much.
She pop a wheelie?
She popped a wheelie on the
Flicked them
curb,
off.
right?
Yep.
And then
Dadded on 'em.
She goes down the street. Police were able to catch up to her pretty quickly.
It's that lady. She's in our parking lot still. She's
still going.
Yeah, she's.
I think her
They
battery's,
walk up to
her
her.
battery's dying.
she's still flicking them
They're
off.
like, ma'am, please stop.
Oh, so no one was hurt. There was no weapon or anything like that. It doesn't make any sense. Like, okay, you get into an argument because, what if I don't know what the argument was. It was something about this account or she didn't like the
Right.
bank teller. But to go from, upset with a bank teller to I'm going to kill everyone. I'm robbing this place.
That's
and then
a tricky spot.
That's
Yeah.
the thing is I feel like she didn't go there with the intention of doing either.
No.
She just
I don't
got
think so
upset.
either.
And like a
Immediately
child
anger.
will say like the meanest thing you can think of immediately because
Yeah.
you're angry.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Her
stab
thing-
you in the love handle.
Right. She's like, I'm in this bank.
Your daughters have said that.
Just to you.
Yeah,
Uncle
that's
Josh.
what I'm saying.
No, but like I think that's what it was. And then next thing you know, it's weird that they actually gave her money. Maybe she was
Yeah.
like, I mean, hey.
Probably
I
to
think
go
that's
away.
probably policy. Like, you don't want to
Oh,
put
I
anybody at
see.
risk. It's not
I
like a
see.
haggling situation at that point.
Nice.
They're like, she's not going to get very far.
There's no.
Yeah, that's
problem.
true.
They probably gave her $100 and she,
They're like,
scooted on out
this
of
bank
there.
only holds $100.
All right, yeah.
She's like, I don't believe that, but I'm in a hurry.
Yeah.
So
I've got to go home to watch my soaps.
All right, our next one, we have a Florida man that was driving a little recklessly in his Lincoln Town car.
oh, I love it.
I love a Lincoln Town car.
So comfortable.
So pulled over for careless driving. Officers came up to Charles and asked to see his license.
Okay.
And so Charles takes out his wallet, pulls out a credit card, hands it to the officer. Officer says, "I said
Question.
license.
Yeah.
Clearly, I need a license." He's like, "Well, I'm pretty buzzed, so
Cool.
let me try again."
At least he's honest.
Right,
I like a confident.
tries to hand the credit card back to him. Ended up, the cop.
You think
ends up
that's
getting
bribery if you accidentally hand the credit card?
Oh, if you get charged for like bribery,
Yeah.
that's
But you know what, though?
Charge
that'd
me
be a
for
pretty
it.
sneaky officer.
At
though.
this point, it's almost like just cut out the middleman.
Let
right?
me pay the ticket.
You're pulling me over for money
Let me
anyways.
just pay the ticket,
So
yeah.
here's a debit card. You just run it on the square.
right?
Let me
the
be
Square.
on my way.
Shout out to our sponsor, Square.
But
That would be convenient if officers just carried around a square like in an iPad and like, we caught you
No.
speeding.
Yeah.
All
It's gonna be
fine.
Hey,
$180.
avoid your day in court.
Right.
Avoid having to go online and forget to pay the ticket.
Actually, that sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, because I make 5 equal payments
Yeah.
on this $180
You know what we've learned
ticket.
tonight? We've got some pretty confident criminals in Florida.
Yeah, we do.
Like so far,
honestly.
all three headlines have just been like, "I'm going to stay on this couch.
Yep.
Right.
I'm casually robbing this bank.
Yeah.
Hey, officer, I'm buzzed."
Right.
Unless his name was Pretty Buzzed, because then it would be like really confused, right?
It would be confusing.
I'm Pretty Buzzed.
Mr. Buzz, hand me your license, please.
So, anyways, he does get arrested. He fails the sobriety exercise
What?
test.
But we learned he wasn't a liar.
Right. I don't know why he even took it. He told him, "Hey, I'm buzzed."
Technicality.
I think
Right.
that cop just made a new best friend.
He's like, "I had 4 rum drinks." So
Rum drinks?
Really?
What's he,
Yeah.
11?
That's what I just drank.
Yeah, but you don't call it that. I'll take a bartender. Can I get a rum drink?
I called it apple juice and rum.
Was he a pirate?
He is 11. He drank my child's apple juice with his rum.
Sneakily, though.
That's true.
I needed something to cut it.
All right. Anyways, next one, we have a Florida man from Orlando.
All right.
Man,
close. O-Town.
Gets in a fight with his girlfriend.
Okay, shame on you.
Never been there.
He's at a motel.
Okay.
All right. It's unclear if the girlfriend was there right before this happened, but it was clear that they were in an argument. He was upset. Love is difficult. Love hurts.
Right.
Okay.
Wow.
But what you don't do is after a fight, gather your girlfriend's stuff, put it into a corner and light it on fire in a motel.
No.
That's what you should not do.
You take it to the woods first.
You take it to the woods.
Yep.
Right.
Because you want
put some
fresh
lighter
oxygen in
fluid
there
on it.
stoking the fire.
Exactly.
Right. In a closed hotel room, you're not going to get that.
You also want everyone to see that you're hurt.
That's true.
I'm upset.
Love hurts.
Yeah.
Right?
This is how much I love her. Woof.
Exactly.
Oh, last week's episode, or 2 weeks ago, our episode was called that.
We know.
Love hurts. I feel like he wanted us to acknowledge it because he said it 3 times.
Josh said it.
Oh, okay.
So, anyways, he sets the motel on fire.
Oh, no.
On accident, but it was actually luckily contained to his room.
Okay.
Cool.
The sprinkler system goes off.
Nice.
Officers come in. They find him passed out right outside of the motel room
From heartbreak.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Love hurts. From smoke. What do you call it?
Inspiration.
Yeah,
Smoke
inspiration.
inspiration.
Inhalation. So, anyways, from he admits it pretty quick. He's like, "Listen,
I had 3 rum drinks.
He's like, officer, I'm really upset.
they're all
right now."
super honest and like very clear on their intentions of their crime." But he was arrested for arson and like destruction. Like the hotel or motel is saying like, yeah, you at least caused at least $10,000,
Right.
Because at that point it's like a water damage issue.
Oh, for sure.
Even more than a
This guy.
fire.
And that's why hotels,
it.
they make their sprinkler systems really sensitive
Mm-hmm.
so that they can charge you for the water
Yeah.
damage.
You try to light a cigar in there and it's like,
Don't do that.
Yeah,
you
10K.
water damage.
Easy.
10K easy.
Wait, did they get back together?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I don't. For some reason, the officers didn't talk about that.
That wasn't
It's a tough
included in
call
the
to
court
be
case.
like,
It wasn't in the report, but
I'm
I'm
a
in
sucker for
jail.
romance.
I need you to bond me out because I lit your clothes on fire.
right.
Yeah.
That's a tough
That is a tough sell.
conversation.
That is
Yeah,
true.
you're gonna have to call your mom at that point.
Amen.
So our last one, we have a Florida man that goes into a house. There's an argument that ensues in this household. This happened in Citrus County, in Crystal River, and some of the occupants get upset. Our Florida man takes out a knife and attacks this victim.
Yeah.
Okay. They don't
Okay.
talk too much about the victim, like
they
who
should.
they were,
Victim
what
should
the
be
relation.
honored, right.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he pulls out a knife. Okay. Starts running after this victim.
Okay.
However, one of the other occupants like comes up, steps up to defend them with
Okay.
a grill fork. So we have a knife
Oh, wow.
against a grill fork. However,
They're
there's
long.
right, they are.
Right.
There's an advantage here because the guy wielding a knife, his name is Carver.
Oh, my
Shut
God.
up.
It's in his name.
Are you serious?
Wow.
His name is Carver.
Josh has been making
I
criminal
know.
name jokes all night.
All day. And I'm like, I'm a blank on this
don't
one.
know
I'm
how
like,
he does it.
I don't get it.
He's a soothsayer. Every time we do headlines, Josh makes like preemptive jokes.
I don't get it.
We don't plan this out. Like he doesn't know.
Josh has no idea what we're going to
Carver.
talk about. None of us do.
I don't.
Anyways, he's coming with a knife, Mr. Carver.
Scary.
God, that's so weird. And then the other guy's got like unguard, like
Mr. Fork.
Yeah.
the grill fork.
Yeah.
And basically is able to
Catch it
to
between
fight
the
him off.
blades, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so Carver gets arrested for, trying to stab somebody. But
Here's the-
nobody was like seriously hurt.
Which one would you want to go up against?
I was just about to say, I would rather go against a knife guy.
Because you know what a knife's going to do, right?
Man pulls out a giant fork,
Yeah. Two-pronged fork.
2-pronged fork. You
That's
know where those
scary.
prongs are going.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If they were doing the roast beef stand at Ryan's,
Oh,
you know they're going
man.
right in the old atrium.
Right in the old.
Yep, left
Do you guys
atrium.
remember Ryan's Buffet?
Yeah, I do.
Our listeners.
That's a good memory.
That's a
Yeah.
good memory.
Those buns, though.
Man,
if you
those
live-
honey buns.
Yeah, if you lived in the Southeast, there was a buffet called Ryan's, and it was, I would say, on a scale of 1 to 10, like a 4 when it comes to like
Most
food.
buffets are.
Yeah.
But the buns
Oh, the
were
buns.
so good.
Easily a
Yeah.
10. That was in an average, and like the food was like a 1, but the buns like evened it
Brought
out.
it up to a
Top
4.
buns.
And there was a guy at the end that was cutting roast beef usually
Always.
with a
And he
giant
was usually
beef fork.
15. Yeah.
This is your segment?
Hey, fellas. Oh, I know what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
Right.
Greg handed me the letter,
Right.
Okay.
and he's like, hey, it's my time to shine again.
Okay.
Chumps.
It's the allotted time that we give him.
Yeah. Once every 15 or 10 episodes.
Right.
Whenever he starts getting pouty and frowny.
Bingo.
He texts me too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Podcast tips.
Oh.
Really?
Let's
From
see.
Greg?
Yeah.
Greg's
Which is-
podcast tips.
I'm curious where he's
okay.
going to go with this.
Right.
I mean, it's
So
not a pro
let
show.
us see. Looks like he's broken it down into sections here.
Okay.
Give it to him.
Co-host tips.
Okay.
Mm.
Topic tips.
Okay.
Mhm.
Quality tips.
Mm.
Come on.
Monetization tips.
Okay.
Okay.
That's kind of a word.
4 tips.
Four tips.
Four
Spelling
tips.
tips.
Let's do it.
Okay, starts it out with co-host tips.
Okay.
Let's see what he has to say. Provide some startup funds for 3 local dip. Whoop. Sorry, guys.
Wait, what?
I just read it. I don't even proofread it. I'm sorry. You're going to have to cut that. Dippin' Dots.
Greg,
he
this is
says.
why we don't give you a
Yeah,
mic,
thank
bro.
you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Provide startup funds for 3 local Dippin' Dots
Oh,
who
Dippin'
want
Dots.
their own show.
Gotcha. Okay.
Just require your name to be said at the beginning of each episode and never speak or never do any
Wait, is
work.
he talking about us?
I'm not a Dippin' Dot.
Okay.
I think
But-
he's talking about us.
2 local Dippin' Dots are sitting right in front
I'm
of me.
feeling insulted.
Yeah, he says 1 genius and 2 local Dippin' Dots. Actually.
Oh, okay,
That's
that's me.
reading it.
That's
So
me.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. He also says having a cool name helps.
Right.
Greg is not his birth name, but it is the coolest name. Starts with a G and ends with a G, which I have to agree.
Mm.
He
So
says his
he's
real
saying
name.
he has the coolest name out of the 4 of us.
Oh yeah, he says Greg is because his birth name. It's kind of embarrassing.
Right.
He's like, my real name is Cruel Intentions Ryan Philippi.
That's
Okay.
And that makes sense because it's like,
That's interesting.
are you
right.
named after
right.
a movie?
So they shortened it to Greg.
yeah,
I see
or he
what you're
did
saying.
for the show because
Right.
it's like,
Yeah, that's too long for like an
Florida Man on
intro.
Well, you do the intro.
A lot of people have a stage name.
Yeah,
Right.
I wonder how the intro would flow with his real name.
yeah. Let's go ahead and say it.
Welcome to Florida Men on Florida Man with Cruel Intentions Ryan Felipe, Wayne, Josh, and Cameron.
I like it actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you think so?
I think Greg should go use it, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
So his first tip is to provide basically a show for your friends
yeah.
to be on.
Well, you
Oh.
provide them a little funds.
Right.
he says.
Oh, he's funding
And then-
the. He
yeah.
does fund the show.
He's an investor.
Yeah, and right at the beginning he was. And obviously, Cruel Intentions Ryan Philippi.
Right.
Terrible name.
Right.
Great guy.
Terrible
name.
Yeah.
Number 2, topic tips.
Okay.
Greg says pick a very niche or niche.
Right.
I can't read it.
Right.
Topic that you don't understand. and act like you do, he says. Speak confidently when you talk about it.
Right.
He says
I can agree with that.
you can agree with that?
Yeah.
You always speak confident when you read those news stories.
I do. I know what I'm talking about.
That's true.
Right.
I feel like he's insulting us.
He definitely
you think
is.
so?
I'm
I
just
think he's
trying not
definitely
to show.
insulting
It's
us.
so over my head.
I'm
like,
trying to show that I'm like not too upset, but
no, I'm upset.
I'm getting there.
because we don't give this guy a microphone.
Oh, you guys think he's talking about you? Because I was like, he's giving good tips here.
Right.
No, he's-
Act like you know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
but you don't.
He's
That's
speaking
what
of it.
he's saying.
Well, he said it'll do 2 things.
Okay.
It'll encourage you to learn
Okay.
about it, and it'll also bring drama. Because nothing people like more than correcting someone else, right?
That's true.
I see what you're saying.
So he's like, gain listeners by bringing
Being
that drama.
incorrect.
Drama's always hot, right?
Okay. I
Right.
see what he's saying.
And here's a perfect example, right, of how hot drama is.
Okay.
Did y'all know that dystopian rom-coms are the #1 rated genre of TV series ever?
Dystopian rom-coms?
Yep.
Like, give me an example.
I can't even. It's just,
He's doing what Greg said not to do.
boom, you fell for it. Drama.
Wait, what?
Drama.
He's being
drama,
confident
Drama.
for something he doesn't know nothing about.
Yep.
I was going to say Lost.
Yeah. Dystopian rom-com. And you fell for it. You both started talking about it and interacting with me.
Right. Okay.
So,
okay.
it's
Josh
pretty-
is a Greg
I'm onto him.
enabler.
Yeah.
It's not me. It's all written down here.
I
Look.
believe you that
I
it's
s-
written down.
I see who
You
your best
know
friend
that
is.
dystopian rom-coms?
No, I can read it. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that you're giving Greg a platform and that we
Right.
took away on purpose.
It's what
You're
he
not
pays
innocent
for.
in this process.
I'm just reading a script here.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Go on.
Every episode I read a script. You
I
say
know.
Right.
at minute 33, say, what? And I do.
We'll check
Next
that.
tip. Quality tips. Greg says, Cruel Intentions Ryan Phillippe
true.
says, most podcasters, they think they need high-tech audio equipment
Right.
Yeah.
to put something on the internet.
Right.
True.
Greg says, that's probably true.
You okay?
Yeah.
That is
He
true.
says, my first show wasn't on the internet. I had an early version of a podcast called Between Two Tin Cans.
Okay.
To subscribe, you would just tie your string to my string. And he says, my non was my first subscriber.
Okay.
And
How old is Greg?
and used a pair of scissors to unsubscribe. And he said that action hurt
Right. Yeah.
because if people unsubscribe to us, I mean, we see it. We get an alert and we usually
Right.
chase them down and we're like, what's your problem? You want
Yeah.
to fight?
Right. Exactly.
But he said his non just snipped the string.
Oh my
That is
gosh.
cruel intentions.
Cuts him off.
That is Cruel Intentions.
Yeah.
You think he named,
You think he named himself
think he
after
named
it?
himself?
After that situation.
What a rough life. I kind of feel for him
Don't feel
now.
sorry for
I
him.
don't
He's a
at all.
jerk.
No.
Okay, next tip. Monetization.
Right.
Right. Sort of.
He says money and podcasting. Those are two opposites, actually, antonyms.
Right.
They don't really go together
Okay.
unless you're like one of the big boys
Right. Like
on the
us.
block.
Right.
He says, I get a cut of FMOFM. So if you guys wouldn't mind heading on over to Patreon, FMOFM podcast.com
Right.
and signing up.
That's a good tip.
That's
a wonderful
not
tip.
bad tip.
I don't
It's
see
a
anything wrong
wonderful
with that.
plug.
He ends it strong.
I think he meant patreon.com/FromOffM podcast.
Yep, probably.
Yeah.
Greg got it wrong.
I don't
think-
doubt it. I don't doubt it here.
Wow.
He didn't do his research.
His cut is a little lower now.
Yeah, I think Greg should be cut just altogether. Let's take some scissors to him. Alfred Murray Holbrook was born September 14th, 1887 in
Whoa.
Danville, Kentucky.
Okay.
Wow.
1887.
That's a long time ago.
Kid-
Good
Kentucky.
birthday. Alfred's family, like most families in that area of Kentucky, was really poor.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Really poor. And they did whatever they could do to make ends meet. But basically, it was survival of the fittest.
Right.
It was a very poor part of the country, and they had to do whatever they could to just stay alive.
Yeah.
Which is actually kind of interesting about some of these American historic stories that we cover. Is that these people they basically acquired all the skills they needed to survive.
right.
It shows you how, in a way, like in modern times, we're very limited with what we can do because we don't
True.
really have to. Back then, they had to stay alive.
True.
Yeah.
And that was the story with Alfred's family. But 5 years prior to Alfred being born, the first electrical power plant was built in the United States.
Okay.
And it was a prototype, but eventually they began to expand.
Mhm.
And the reason why I say that is because in 1903, when Alfred Holbrook was 16 years old,
Okay.
he needed a job. And he saw there was an advertisement in the paper to be an engineer at a power plant in Kentucky.
That
Okay.
sounds like skills are needed.
And it sounds like somebody older than 16 should be doing
That's
that job.
true.
100%, both of you are correct.
Nice.
Here's
Two
what's
for two.
Here's what's
Nice.
fascinating. The ad said no experience required.
Well, okay.
Hmm.
But there's a point for that because power plants were so new if you said
was no
that you needed experience, nobody would show up.
Okay, I
Because
get
it was
I
a
get
new technology.
Right.
So basically, Alfred answers this ad. He goes, "I'm going to do it."
Hey, I've got no experience.
Yeah, during the interview, they basically said, "We just need somebody who's handy at stuff."
Okay.
To be
I like
an
that they use
engineer
stuff.
at an electrical power
I
plant.
love stuff.
Alfred's like, "I'm handy.
Right.
Bring me in
Hold on, with stuff?
with stuff."
Oh, okay, perfect.
So basically, he was one of those fixer-upper guys. He could do anything. So he went into the job with a lot of confidence. Like,
Nice.
I can
Love
do
it.
this.
Right.
I'm going to be great at it, right? The interesting thing is he really did have a knack for it. He was really good at repairing and maintaining this power plant. And so eventually, he was appointed the head engineer at this power plant. So
Well,
he comes in.
just by figuring it out day to day.
I mean, it was over the course of a year or two, but he was a
Right,
hard
but
worker
still,
figuring it
That's
out.
a cram course.
There's no school.
No.
involved.
And again, it's a new technology. So like he
Right.
worked his way up and just got like good at it.
Trial and error.
Trial and error,
You
right?
seen the turbine? And he's like, a what?
Yeah.
That's
He's
the
like,
main part.
Let me throw a wrench at it
The
real
old
quick.
spinny spin thing.
Oh,
A
spinny
spinny
spin?
spin.
Right.
So basically, after about a decade in the industry, some of the
Wow.
heads
What?
of General Electric,
We're moving
Oh
up.
my gosh.
yeah, some of the heads of General Electric come to
Okay.
Alfred and they go, "Look, you've made a name for yourself here in Kentucky.
Okay.
We're wondering if you would be interested in traveling the world to build power plants in underdeveloped countries."
Nice.
And Alfred goes, "Yeah,
Yeah.
I would love to leave Kentucky.
Confidence, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
I would love to go do this all over."
Right.
So basically, after agreeing to that, over the course of the next 9 years, Alfredholbrook travels to Japan, Germany, Australia, and almost all of Northern Africa, acting as one of the head engineers for General Electric.
Wow.
Okay. After starting at 16 with
Yes.
no experience.
Right.
On like
Now
a
he's-
farm.
Building,
Tinkering with electricity.
yeah, with
Right.
stuff.
Right. Stuff.
Now he's building power plants.
All over the world.
All over the world. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That was actually legitimately the next line in my script was, "This guy who started off at a hometown in Kentucky." It's just basically
I'm
everything.
going to
Josh,
start summarizing
Josh
the
is
stories.
he's a prophet. He knows what's going to happen.
I know.
Oh, here we go.
Here's the thing. Unfortunately, his career came to a halt in 1929
Right.
because the Great Depression hit.
Yeah, they didn't need electricity anymore.
No.
The first thing that's got to go
Yeah.
is power. No, but his position in general was cut. He lost his job, and so this guy who had worked his way up with basically no skills,
Yep.
now has no job. But now he has a very specific set of skills.
Okay.
So it's even harder to find
Yeah.
a job.
He had
'cause they're
zero
like,
skill, and that wasn't an issue.
Right.
Now he has
Too much skill.
super skills.
right,
Yeah,
but it's
that's
very
a-
niche.
now he's very
problem.
niche. Yeah.
Right.
Right. So for the next 3 years, Alfred is jobless and he's struggling with alcoholism
Uh-oh.
and depression. He feels like his life's meaning is kind of lost. At this point, he's almost 40.
Wow.
And so he has spent the majority of his life doing this like one thing.
Right. Amen,
And now
baby.
that's been taken from him and he can't do it anymore.
I have faith in him, though.
We'll
Do
see
you?
what
Can I
happens.
just say that?
We'll see
Okay.
what happens.
Right.
All right. So basically, he doesn't know what his next steps
He's
are
got an
going to be.
electric personality. That's what I heard. I don't know.
He
I
really
don't know,
does.
though.
It's shocking.
He really does.
He was sitting on that.
He's waiting for it. So he is sitting around, not feeling very good about himself.
Mhm.
And he's thinking about all the places he's traveled over the years.
What can we expect in his character arc? What? Get it? You know,
I see what you're saying.
Okay.
arc.
Pay
So
attention
one
to the
night,
story.
one night, Alfred's on his front porch. He's had a little bit to drink.
Yep.
He's half asleep. He's thinking about all the places he's traveled
Right.
over the years. And he recalls the time he was sent to a wild jungle to provide power to the natives.
Okay.
This place was called Florida.
Oh.
Okay.
There it is.
wow.
And Alfred had spent an entire year here building 2 power plants in the city of Miami.
Okay.
Wow.
So one morning he's on his porch. He's had some mimosas. He's thinking about Florida.
He's
He's
right.
thinking about his year he spent here
because
in
of
Florida.
the orange juice and the mimosa.
The beautiful
That makes
land
sense.
of Florida. Yeah.
Here's the thing. He's not thinking about the job he did
Right.
while he
No.
was in Florida. He's thinking about the 2 weekends he had off in
Oh,
Florida.
here we go.
What was he doing? Spring break.
Can I just pause for a second? He worked in Florida for a year, and the
Yep.
man only got 2 weekends off.
Okay.
Well, if
That's
he's the
insane.
only guy.
Right.
Here's what he did on those 2 weekends off.
Okay.
He went fishing.
Oh,
here he goes.
nice.
He went fishing. And on both those fishing trips, he caught sharks.
Okay.
Right.
Now, I want to
Okay.
clarify something. Catching a shark on a rod and reel is very difficult.
Well,
Is
It's very difficult.
A
Yeah.
big shark for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where you have to go in with the intention of trying to catch a shark.
Right.
Sharks are smart creatures.
Yep.
And the locals had given him advice on like, this is how you fish, this is how you bait your
Got
hook.
So he was going for shark.
No, that's the thing is Alfred's a guy who was a farmer turned to a power plant guy
Yeah.
on his own
He
accord.
was going for
Right.
bass, and he's like,
So-
I can't catch a bass for save my
Well,
life.
he goes to this pier and he's like, I'm going to do it myself. Don't tell me what to do.
Just figure
Got
it
it.
out.
And the guy's pulling in sharks.
Right.
So
Shark
in
after
his head,
shark.
confidence, he's going, I'm really good at catching sharks.
Right.
So this guy's-
can't catch a fish to save my life.
But here's
in a
the
school
thing.
of sharks.
This guy's
Right.
on his front porch, drunk, going, I bet I could catch sharks in Florida for a living.
Like he wants to go back
Because he did it for 2
specifically.
weekends for a year.
Okay.
Wow.
That's
He's like,
confidence.
I bet I can go to Florida and do this as a living.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he does.
Did he study like shark migration? 'Cause What if
Nothing.
it was just like a hot
He's
spot?
taking the same path he took in the power plant industry. It's just going, you know what? I'm going to do it.
No
I'm
experience
going to go
needed.
to the top. Yeah.
Right.
So he basically, in 1932, he packs up all of his belongings. He moves to Longboat Key, Florida.
This story is sharking.
It is.
Wow.
So
That's
basically,
embarrassing.
this guy's so
know.
confident. He's now in his 40s.
Okay.
He's starting a brand new career. But instead of building power plants, he's fishing for sharks.
Jeez. Okay.
Okay.
The reason why he wanted to fish for sharks, by the way, is because in the 30s and 40s, it was a very profitable industry.
Oh yeah.
People were using
Shark meat.
shark leather was a thing.
Okay.
Shark fins were sold to China,
Right.
Oh, ouch! Don't bring it
Yeah.
up.
right? And then it was considered a delicacy there, but also shark livers were used for medicinal purposes.
Okay.
Yeah, smash up some shark livers, get rid of a headache real quick.
It will take a good check out of a shark liver. It was a very profitable
Was
industry.
he killing sharks with electricity?
No, he was just catching them with his
Oh.
poles. So basically, he's taking no advice from Floridians. He gets down there, and I kid you not, within a year, the guy is considered the shark catching expert.
What?
So Floridians, imagine being a Floridian, born and raised, or you're a fisherman. Here comes this power plant guy from Kentucky,
Right.
who is now the
Yeah.
go-to guy for catching sharks.
and
the-
he's got a thick Kentucky accent. Cam, do your Kentucky accent?
Oh. We'll go down and catch me to a shark.
Oh my gosh,
That's
I feel
really
like I'm
good,
there.
actually. That's
Right.
really good.
Yeah, shark-
We're really sorry to everybody that lives in Kentucky. No, but basically, he gets so good at catching sharks, he has to hire a partner. He's
Okay.
catching too many. So he hires a guy named Edgar Green.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Edgar and Alfred become legendary fishing, like a fishing duo overnight.
Nice.
They're legendary. At
Nice.
this
Off a
point.
dock or
Off of a dock or
Oh,
in a
I
boat.
don't
Doesn't
know.
matter. He catches them everywhere.
okay.
But in 1937,
What? Sorry, 1937 is just a
Right.
good year.
It's a shocking year.
in 1937, after coming in from a normal day on the water, Alfred and Edgar were met on the shore by half a dozen police vehicles.
What?
Oh,
No, that's Josh's cue, not yours.
Oh.
yeah. Don't take my line.
So the man in charge of these police was the Manatee County Sheriff named James Wells.
Okay.
Okay.
He wants to ask Alfredholbrook a few questions about some missing person cases.
But he's not
What?
Shark County Sheriff. He's Manatee County
Right.
Sheriff.
Okay.
So imagine coming in and catching sharks, and this is what you do for a living.
Yeah.
All these cops are waiting for you.
But missing person.
And the king cop goes,
Yep.
we want to interview Alfredholbrook about some missing person cases.
Okay.
Now, are they like applauding like when he's pulling up? Is it like
No.
a round of? Oh,
They're
no,
like, we
serious.
want to talk to you about some missing persons.
Okay.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, which by the way, you shouldn't ever do without a lawyer. I just want to go ahead and throw that out there.
that's
legal
okay.
advice
Giving
on
legal
this
advice
show.
podcast.
You shouldn't do
Wow.
that.
Wayne's Legal Advice Corner.
Here's the thing, though. According to Sheriff Wells, over the past 3 months, 4 people had disappeared from the area,
Okay.
and they wanted Alfred's help finding them. So as you can imagine, he's kind of confused. He's like, "Look, I'm a fisherman.
Right.
How can I possibly help do this?"
Okay.
And the sheriff tells him
Mhm.
that every witness, for every situation that of missing persons, whatever, all the witnesses say that the people were taken by a sea creature.
Okay.
A sea creature.
So he wasn't accusing.
Not at
Alfred.
all.
He was
Oh.
literally
He
like,
genuinely wants his help
"You're
finding.
an expert on the ocean.
Right.
Help
Wow.
us."
And he was saying all these witnesses are saying
Yep.
for these missing people, they were taken by a sea creature.
Okay.
I got you.
So they're coming to Alfred. They say, "Look, we want you to not only catch this monster, we want you to kill it."
Oh,
Because he's the
wow.
shark expert.
Like,
So,
go for it.
If you can catch sharks, we think you can catch whatever this is
Right.
that's taking these people away.
And he's like, "This is a really specialized field."
Yeah.
Of sharks. So
He's like,
don't
but
know
I
if
bet
can
I
step
bet
out
I
of
could
my-"
learn it overnight.
I should
Oh,
be perfect
no.
for it.
Yeah,
There he goes.
right. So basically, Alfred sees this as his calling. This is his aha moment. He's like, wait a minute, I can do some real good here.
Yeah.
I can kind of help, save this community. So Alfred begins preparing right away. On June 25th, 1937, he and his partner Edgar set off to hunt what Tampa Bay officials were calling the underwater killing machine.
The underwater killing machine. Wow.
Yes.
That's a great
Which is
name.
Wayne's nickname when he was in swim class.
Exactly.
Yeah, in high school.
Yeah.
I made a lot of friends. The first 2 nights, while they were out on the water looking for this creature, they spent just kind of baiting the water, chumming the water.
Right.
You don't even know what to chum because unless it's like human meat, what do you use?
Right. they actually got some human meat.
Oh,
Some
I gotcha.
voluntary human meat. No,
I get it.
they were just chumming the water.
Yeah.
First 2 nights, nothing.
Yep.
On the 3rd night, while they're down there baiting the water still,
Here we go.
a local man stops them
Rip.
and he says he wants to tell them a little bit of local history. So this man claims that people and pets have been going missing along this canal for more than a decade, but local officials in Tampa were covering it up to not hurt the
what?
summer tourism industry.
So now we have a multiple species cover-up
Oh my
situation
gosh.
for tourism.
Like locals are
specific.
basically saying like
Everything's cool here.
This has been going on for a decade,
Right.
Yep.
and the cops are just now bringing it to people's attention because they have to. Like it's getting out of control.
Okay.
Listen, I mean, Disney World is important.
It is. We're thinking more like
Busch
beach
Gardens.
industry, not so much like Orlando.
Disney.
You
But that
can
was
do it all
close,
in a
though.
day, baby.
But basically, this man is claiming whatever is also eating these people
Yep.
is also responsible for boats disappearing. Like it's pulling boats
Whole
underwater,
boats.
destroying boats. It's a massive creature. So imagine being Alfred Holbrook. You're out on the water in an 18-foot wooden skiff. This with a fishing boat. And now you find out from this local that
It eats boats, dogs, and humans.
and it's been doing so for a decade.
Yeah. The
Right.
dogs thing's concerning
It's
because
good at it.
I would be like, no thanks, going back to Kentucky.
Yep.
Yeah, no part of this whatsoever.
I mean, it doesn't have a conscience. You see a dog and you can't go, nah, not for me.
Right.
Yeah, 100%. So basically, on day 9, they've had nothing for the entire week, but on day 9, they have these fishing poles that Alfred uses to catch very large sharks. They're very heavy duty, and they're bolted to the side of the boat. So all you have to do is reel them in. Like they're fastened to the boat.
Cool.
On day 9, on that evening, without warning, 3 of the poles get ripped through the side of the boat, taking a 4-foot section of wood siding with it.
3 at the same time?
Yeah, at the same time.
Okay.
So whatever it was, picked up 3 hooks at the same
Either
time.
we have a giant
Yep.
creature or like a gang.
Wow.
a gang of underwater creatures.
Right.
It could be.
I thought it was a big old blue crab. That's what I pictured.
Here's the thing. Out of the blue, a chunk of the boat goes missing along with these poles, and they continue to stay out that night and hunt.
Oh,
Like
wow,
they
you
don't even
got
come
to.
in. They're just like,
Right.
we're close.
Yeah.
We're going to get it.
Right.
We're catching up
almost
to this
there.
thing. Right. So they stay out there all night long. And later on, right before the sun comes up, the rest of the poles start kind of bending simultaneously.
Okay.
Something's
here we go.
back. It's coming out again.
Right.
So Alfred does what a normal fisherman would do. He
Cut the
runs over,
lines.
starts trying to reel it in.
Nope.
His partner Edgar
Yeah.
starts firing a shotgun into the water.
That's the
'Cause
natural thing. I
Edgar
think.
has
That
seen
would be my first intention.
Edgar has seen enough.
Yeah.
He's like, we're not trying to catch this thing anymore.
It ripped our boat apart.
I'm on a kill mission at this
Right.
point.
Okay.
He's shooting it. Alfred kind of gets this idea to go, okay, whatever it is, we've got it on the line. He powers the boat up and starts going in the opposite direction.
Mm.
Wow. Cam, you're a fisherman.
Yeah.
Right.
Is this a natural instinct?
To run
Yeah.
away from something that ate your boat.
Yes.
Hasn't happened to me, but that would be my first intention.
Right. So he
cool,
wasn't running. So the monster was hooked on these lines,
Yep.
and his thing was, I'm going to motorboat it in the opposite direction.
Oh,
to
okay.
try and-
He's dragging it.
to drag it to
I
shore.
gotcha. My
Okay.
first instinct is always to motorboat it.
Right,
So-
100%. So basically, Alfred is heading towards shore. They know whatever it is. They've got it on the line. They're bringing it in.
Yes.
But they radio ahead because they want people to know, like, hey, we've got this thing.
Sheriff,
Right.
guess what?
Yeah, I think we got it.
I think we got it.
So
Get ready.
as they pull up to the shore,
Yeah.
not only have the cops arrived, the media's
Well,
arrived,
nothing's going on.
the
in this
locals
town.
have arrived. They want to see what it is. Basically, what they drag on the shore,
oh, God.
Oh my gosh.
weighing in at 3,000
Here we
pounds.
go.
Wait, what?
Weighing in at 3,000 pounds,
Okay.
9 feet in diameter,
What-
and
what?
21 feet long, was the largest great white shark in recorded
Oh
history.
my gosh.
21 feet.
I didn't
Yeah.
expect this thing to exist.
No.
I thought it would be like a big clam.
So
Right.
literally at the time, it was the largest captured shark in modern history.
At the time?
Wow.
because there's been larger since then.
Good Lord. What?
Yeah. So
Okay.
basically, this 3-ton mammoth great white shark.
Right.
Mhm.
They pull it in, and everybody's cheering and applauding like
Right.
Alfred
And
caught
it's
the
still
monster.
taking chomps out of people.
It's chopping
And they're
people
like,
right there.
Yeah.
Get them. No. So they come over, they gut the animal,
Oh.
Oh, no.
and there's zero evidence that this was the shark that was eating
Oh,
people.
my gosh.
Okay, I don't see an issue in that though. Like, I get
gutting?
it. Yeah, it might not have eaten your people, but it's 21 feet.
I mean,
long.
it's a massive monster.
You just saved the world.
Well,
probably.
these scientists start doing tests, and they do confirm, hey, look, this is not the monster you're looking for.
Okay.
But they also confirm that it's more than likely a baby, that it's young.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So
Okay.
what's fascinating is, and this is sad. The 4 missing persons, we have their names. Thomas Martin was 24, Richard Clark was 11, Jerry Gear was
Oh,
38,
geez.
and George Gaspar was 51. Those cases were never solved.
Oh,
Every single witness said they were pulled underwater, they were pulled out of their boat, they were whatever.
Jeez.
And this mammoth 3-ton, 21-foot shark that's 9 feet around
Oh, my gosh.
wasn't the shark. This wasn't the shark that did it.
Okay.
So what's interesting is Alfred never gave up. He was like, well, if this isn't it, there's got to be something.
Yeah,
the
this
thing's
shark
mama's
ended
out
up
there.
just having a bunch of sand dollars in its mouth. And you're like,
2
why
years-
would you eat sand dollars?
Right. 2 years later, Alfred goes back to that same canal,
Oh,
still
no.
hunting. Hand to God, this is the truth. He catches the world's largest hammerhead shark.
What?
Jeez.
2 years later, he captures in the same canal the world's largest hammerhead shark, 18 feet long.
Oh, my gosh.
Not the shark that was eating people.
What? Well, they
Okay.
got a little tiny mouth. Maybe not an 18-foot one.
Right.
but-
But Alfredholbrook, he continued the hunt. He continued catching sharks off the coast of Florida.
Yep.
Until his death in 1948 at the age of 61.
Shark population skyrocketed after
As
that.
soon as he passed away, sharks were so happy. He is legend. But
my
yeah, this guy
gosh.
goes from, being a power plant operator builder to this legendary shark fisherman catching, the world's largest shark. Unfortunately, those missing person cases were never
Yeah.
they were never solved.
But we
it
think we know who did it.
Yeah,
we know exactly who did it.
Yeah.
we believe.
Yeah.
Rick Scott.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Wow.
here's the-
Ex-governor Rick Scott.
Here's the thing, though, dude. Like, it makes you wonder, like, if they were covering up stuff back then for tourism industry, literally Florida now is just tourism.
That's true.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
what
yeah.
kind of monsters are eating people now
This
that you're not
episode
hearing
took
about?
a turn.
Yeah, it did.
It took conspiracy.
I
Jeez.
know. I love it. Episode 118, guys.
Yeah.
Man,
What
I'm
are we gonna
scared to
call
go on the
this?
beach now.
For real.
Yeah.
Sharklock Homes? Is that what we're calling this?
Shark Lock
That's what you
Homes.
pitched earlier.
That's what you've been thinking of this entire time.
That's like the last 30 minutes.
FMOFM podcast at Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah.
And if you want some bonus material, head over to patreon.com/FMOFM podcast. We have bonus
Right.
episodes
Yep.
behind the scenes. If you're watching live now, you can see Cameron and Josh sweat profusely.
Yes.
And
easily.
we love you guys so much. We love
So
our live
much. That was
streamers. We
fun.
love our listeners. We appreciate you. And we'll see you next week.